Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and this is actually going to be a very special review for me today, because this is actually going to be on my Wasteland reviewer channel, but also going to be on Let's Talk Movies through the cinemaconversations.blogspot.com website, as I'm doing a contribution with a very good friend of mine, Vinny. Vinny and I have known each other since we were both an undergrad at Rider University, and Vinny was president of Ryder's Alternative Films Club, and I was everything else. So we worked closely together for a few years, and this is a really cool thing that I get to do this contribution with Vinny. So this review is going to get put on Vinny's blog, and hopefully some more people meet the Wasteland Reviewer channel, and hopefully you guys that do watch the Wasteland Reviewer channel check out Vinny's blog with Let's Talk Movies. So let's get down to this review is going to be for Life, which came out not this weekend, the weekend before. And I was pretty excited about this as I'm a huge sci-fi fan, and this very much reminded me of Alien and had a really good cast led by Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, Rebecca Ferguson, and then a few others. And let's get talking about this. This was directed by Daniel Espinosa. This film was very well put together. It had fantastic special effects, and I was really impressed by that, as this has a relatively low budget of $58 million for a big sci-fi film. And even though it's very constrained, they do use a lot of effect shots, and they really do a fantastic job making this feel like a real environment. And the film is very well paced. It is a short trip of about an hour and 40 minutes, but it keeps it going, it keeps you engaged, and there's some really cool aspects of this film that I really enjoyed. And one of the things was how well this kept up tension. This built tension fantastically. You're sitting on the edge of your seat throughout this whole entire movie, not knowing what to expect next. And I loved that. And this was a great thrill ride. And there were also some really cool things that they did in this film, really utilizing the zero gravity nature of them being on the space station for some really cool visuals and also some really cool sequences. And I was very impressed by that because you see, like with Alien, there's like blood splatter and stuff like that. Them using the zero gravity with that kind of stuff in this film was actually really cool and brought something new and refreshing to this film. And the cinematography was done by Seamus McGarvey, and the visuals in this are fantastic. As I mentioned before, the CGI is fantastic, and really, this whole entire environment looks great and believable and lived in. And there's some really impressive shots with using that zero gravity of floating around and turning around and moving along with characters, and everything was so smooth visually and easy to follow, except one particular scene that was in this film that was a little badly edited to the point where it was too quick cutting, too much going on in the shots for you to actually figure out what the hell was going on. But overall, besides that one sequence, everything else was fantastic. This was written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, and overall, they do a very nice job of building solid characters. I'm going to say solid. Nobody was super deep, and that does take away from some of the film. But the thing is, nobody was so underdeveloped that it was just blatantly, who gives a crap about them? But the issue with the writing in this film was it was hit and miss. There were some really cool, smart, great things that they built into this story, and then there were some straight dumb things and things that felt like they shouldn't have been in this film, which made it really uneven when it comes to a story and a plotting perspective, and which takes away from the film. But overall, this was a really cool film. There was a lot of, at least from the plot and the story, it wasn't super unique. We've seen films like this, Alien, but the thing is, they do a really good job of making this stand out in interesting ways. All the acting, all six actors that were playing the people on the space station were fantastic. They all did a fantastic job. And I already mentioned Rebecca Ferguson, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Ryan Reynolds. I'm going to read these off because I don't want to get them wrong, but we also got Hiroyuki Sanada, who I've seen in other films, and also he popped up in Lost, which I'm a huge Lost fan, and I thought he did a really good job. Olga Dihovichnaya, she did a really good job, and one of the very interesting standouts was Ariane Baccara, who plays the African American character in the film, and he was very he got a little more to chew on than some of the other characters and really did a good job. One of my favorite things about this film, though, was that it you watch all the trailers, you guess, okay, I think I know how this is gonna go. Doesn't go as necessarily as you think it's gonna go, and this is the kind of film you know in that a lot of people are gonna bite the dust. It's that kind of movie, but seeing how it unfolds was actually really cool. The music in this by John Ekstrand was fantastic and really built up the tension and really helped this film on many levels, elevating it up in certain points in the film. And really good thing that I do want to bring up is the monster, this alien. Which that the thing is, this is a creature flick, so you want to make sure that the alien is really cool. And Calvin, who is our alien, was really cool design and had really cool features. And my one thing that I have against it is he might have been a little OP, because at certain points you think there's no way in hell they're gonna beat this thing, kind of thing. And that was my one gripe about the alien from this. But from a design perspective and the evolution it takes, it's really, really cool. Overall, I really enjoyed Life, and this is definitely something I'm going to add to my DVD collection that I have. But I'm going to give Life a solid B.